Hey guys, Yosh here with the new recap video for the war we had against Fire and Blood. In the latest 25 versus 25 war, Elite Militia faced off against Fire and Blood. We took an early lead against Fire and Blood in the first quarter of war and held it until the very end. Despite one final push by Fire and Blood at the end of the fourth quarter of war, Elite Militia came out on top 52-51. Before getting into all of the shoutouts and honorable mentions for this past war, I just want to briefly say for this video and all future war recap videos, I am only going to be highlighting the top three-star attacks that we have against the enemy clan. I also just want to say after this past war, I am going to be stepping down, resigning as the clan leader. I will still remain a co-leader, but due to obligations outside of the game, I will no longer be able to play Clash of Clans as much as I have been able to in the past. So I'm going to be stepping down. I'm going to continue to produce these YouTube videos and try my best to be a good co-leader, but for now I just don't really have the time anymore to be able to be the best leader that I can be. That being said, let's get into the shoutouts for this past war's performance. First, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my co-leaders who were able to be online during the time of war. I also want to give a good shout out to Rob and Nomad who were able to provide a lot of troops throughout the war, a lot of max level troops. They filled up like 90% of the clan castle slots for the war clan castles, so awesome job, you two. I also want to give a shout out to Mr. John Burstein. Everybody, he's been a co-leader with us for a very long time now. Some of you newer guys may not know him because he spent a lot of time down in the feeder clan trying to establish that and get it set up. So everybody, if you see him in the game, just say hello and be nice to him. I also want to give a big shout out to Brad. This war, it was decided that you were the MVP with 2 3-star attacks. Congratulations, Brad. We couldn't have won this war without you. One final note before I get into recapping these 3-star highlights. For all future wars, we are no longer allowing members or new members to join our clan while we are in a state of war. So as soon as preparation day begins, the clan is closed. We don't accept anybody in. Doesn't matter who they are, if they're your friend or whatever. And that's basically because this past war we got faced up with a clan that sent spies over to basically recon our bases. They can, send feedback to their home clan to let them know where all of the traps and Teslas are positioned in our base, what level our traps and Teslas are, what types of strategies we use, what types of attacks we use in war. And I think that's why it came down to such a close score at the end. So for all future wars, the clan is closed while we are in preparation day all the way until the very end of battle day. So our first 3-star attack is going to be a hog dragon attack by Nomad 622 versus Char Mumsy of Fire and Blood. So beginning the attack, we could see here that Nomad 622 uses a couple of giants to lure the enemy clan castle wizards from the base. He uses a couple of archers to pull them to the side and then deploys his wizards strategically to make short work of those level 5 clan castle wizards. He sends the hog riders in and they begin to go to work on the town hall. The key points of focus here are obviously to try and take out as many of the interior defenses as possible and due to the upgraded hog level and heal spell level, this is very possible here. However, had this been a higher level base, the key focal points would have been the air defenses, so that the dragons could then clear up the remaining structures with little resistance. The hogs have already made their way around the base. They've destroyed around 90% of the defenses. There's just an Expo, a wizard tower, and an air defense left, and looks like one last Tesla tower. The heroes can come down now. They're going to begin clearing the bottom and the left side of the base. You'll see the dragons coming down in a moment. He still has plenty of hog riders left. It's going to surely speed up the 3-starring of this base, and we're just going to fast forward now while he cleans up the remaining buildings. Great job, Nomad, on that 3-star victory, and the lesson to take here is if you're using hogs, make sure you clear that clan castle first. So for our next 3-star attack, we're going to bring you over to a replay of Christos of Elite Militia taking on Hadley Joe of Fire and Blood. He begins by dropping a couple of hogs to lure the clan castle troops. Again, this is a crucial step when using hog riders for your attack. He's using archers on that bottom dark barracks to lure the clan castle troops to the bottom. It looks like he's got a witch in there, so that could pose a threat, and realizing that, Christos drops his heroes to help deal with the enemy clan castle witch. The hogs are entering the base now. He uses a heal spell to keep them up as they begin to make their way through the base. It looks like both heroes are going to the right, while hogs are going center. Christos has already gone through 3 heal spells to keep those hog riders up, and a rage spell as well. They are now into the core of the base, I would say maybe 80% of the enemy defensive structures have gone down. However, so have a lot of his hogs. Doesn't look like the hogs are going to be able to finish up the job themselves, so he deploys a few wizards up top to help support his king, while the queen and his own clan castle is coming from the bottom right of the base to take care of the core, try and grab that town hall. His queen is facing off against the enemy king and queen with witches. The king is down, and there goes the queen as well. Looks like the remaining troops are going to be able to make their way through the rest of the base. Most of the defensive structures have been taken care of by the hogs, and it's just a matter of time now. We're going to speed it up as he takes care of these remaining buildings. So for our final 3-star attack, we're going to be turning it over to the attack by 70 Jolie versus Knitting_Kiki of Fire and Blood. So let's take a look at that. Jolie is going to begin his attack by deploying some balloons on the bottom left hand side of the base to try and lure the enemy clan castle troops. It looks like there are wizards and witches inside. Jolie has a lightning spell, which is very useful for dealing with those witches and wizards, but he's going to lure them to the bottom of the base to try and group them up safely outside of the defensive reach of the enemy's base. He's using minions to do that. He's dropping them one by one, taking his time to try and ensure that those troops are as bunched up as possible before dropping that lightning spell. The lightning, as you could see, wasn't capable of taking out all the wizards. That's actually pretty normal for lightning spells. It did, however, deal with the more pesky witch. So now that all of those CC troops have been taken care of, he can begin his attack. As you can see, he's going to drop both of his lava hounds on the bottom right hand side at the top right hand side of the base, followed by balloons and then a line of minions to follow. He had left some of the witches minions inside the base, but they won't pose a threat at all to those flying troops. The balloons are going to begin making their way from defensive structure to defensive structure, clearing out the base, followed by minions. Boosted by those rage spells, they're very deadly. The heal spell goes down on the largest group of balloons. It's a very smart tactic on Jolie's part. Keep making sure that the most amount of balloons can stay up as they make their way around the base, clearing the final defensive Teslas. There's really nothing left other than those Teslas on the bottom and the cannon and archer tower at the very top, but as you can see now, his heroes will make short work of both of those defenses as the remaining 10% of the base begins to get cleared out now. So we're going to fast forward through this. Great attack, Jolie. And the takeaway from this, and really any attack that we've seen in war that went successful, was you must clear out those clan castle troops if you want to get the 3-star. That's it for this war. Great job, everybody, and until next time, Yosh out.